It's about what is exactly going to happen to you at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpio. What exactly is actually going to happen to you. You know, something is going to open your eyes. Something is going to shake you up. And on top of all that, something is going to, my God, remind you of your past. So this is the main point here. All this is gonna be kind of like a pretty much so guiding you. What is gonna happen to you? It's gonna be guiding you towards the certain point in your past, and you will be reminded of something like from a long time ago. And at that moment in time, you are going to tap into a very, very significant and rather powerful energy. And this energy is gonna be primarily responsible when it comes to you slowly but surely waking up, when it comes to you slowly but surely realizing something that you are missing out on, something that you are most certainly going to have this, what is going to reflect on you, like you are going to have this really great sense of like urgency, like really, really urgency. This, my gorgeous Scorpione, is probably going to be one of the most significant waking up moments. After that moment in time, you are really going to realize what exactly are you wasting your time with. You're going to realize that you are wasting your time with something, and it's not only you wasting your time with something, but you're also going to realize that something that used to make you feel really, really happy and really excited and really optimistic has come to an end a while back. So this is gonna be a clear indication that you really do need to move on from with your life. So it's not only about you having your eyes open, it's not only about this important realization, it's not only about you being reminded of your past, but my gorgeous Scorpione, there is a bigger picture to it. There is a bigger picture to it where you're gonna realize that now it's time to move on with your life. You will want to move on with your life like never before. And this is a very powerful and rather bright moment indeed, because the best comes out in you. And you know, after that moment, because you're gonna feel something deep within your soul, deep within your spirit, you, my gorgeous Scorpione, will know which move do you need to make. You know, but at the same time, you know, like, oh my God, you're gonna become very nervous about it, like, oh my God, very anxious about it. And I can see you like a few hours after that moment in time, I can see you thinking about it, I can see you planning, I can see you like really focusing on it, and I can see you even trying to like kind of relax and chill out. And this is still going to be on your mind, and you will know that this is something that you are not going to be able to let go, purely the way your own spirit responded to it, okay? And at around a similar time, there is gonna be like some kind of a blast from the past who is about to make their return into your life as well. Whether this is to do with a specific person contacting you, or whether it's to do with you being reminded of a specific person from a long time ago, whether it's to do with you like seeing that person somewhere, it doesn't matter. It's just that one specific person from your past as well that you're suddenly going to be reminded of. It's also like kind of, I don't know, there is some kind of something that particular person is doing in their life. There is some kind of missing information that you are also going to realize through that particular person. A missing information that has been causing you and preventing you to move on with your life from a long time ago. This particular missing information, my gorgeous Scorpione, is literally going to set you free. And it's more about someone who has done something, someone who has been through something similar that you are being through right now, and it's to do with somebody whom you have been very much so rather connected, and you still are connected, but you're only going to realize now what a connection with that particular person you actually have. Indeed. So this in itself is going to be important, because it's going to help you when you find yourself like being so, oh my God, how I'm going to do this? You're going to be like, really, you will really want to move on with your life, and you will realize the sooner you do this, the happier you're going to be. The sooner you do this, the sooner you're going to turn the new leaf, a new page in your life. It's to do with a new start, it's to do with a new beginning, but it's also to do with something which you wanted to do for a long time. And this is going to help you, you know. This is going to help you to see what you didn't see, to understand what you didn't understand. It's going to help you to discover certain things about yourself along the line. I mean, come on, you just need to make a certain move, make a certain step, make a certain decision, and you will see the next 8 weeks are going to be probably the most interesting 8 weeks of your life, where you will realize and learn so much about yourself. So much of a new energy is going to come through, and it's going to reflect on you having like certain ideas and certain things on your mind for the first time in your entire life. Welcome to the new you, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is going to be brilliant. So you are this is all gonna like kind of contribute towards this vision which you are going to have. And this vision which you're gonna have, my gorgeous Scorpione, you know, it's to do with the hard work ahead, and it's to do with you needing to come a step out of your comfort zone. But for the love of God, you must not allow this to put you off. So this is all part of this vision. This in itself is pretty much so going to change your life, especially when it comes to September. This move that you are going to make, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be changing so much in your life when it comes to like you allowing this new energy to come in purely by following this significant vibration. But when it comes to September, you know, you will be able to reward yourself. You will be able to reward yourself. But this in itself, it's a lot gonna reflect on you already living so much better and such a more, you know, so much more meaningful life. So when it comes to your soul and contentment, it's gonna be beautiful what's gonna happen in September. But also when it comes to finances, you know, this is gonna reflect on your finances as well, because in September you will be able to buy something huge, something massive, something enormous for yourself. And but just because you decided to make this move, it's to do with the luxury, my gorgeous Scorpione. That's how I can explain this. And I'm not saying that you're not, you could be like a multi-millionaire, you could be multi-billionaire, but still this is going to bring you a substantial amount of money that you are going to be able to play with, and you're going to be able to reward yourself with something really big, something really important. So my gorgeous Scorpione, you need to be optimistic, you need to be strong, and you need to be clever, and you need to understand that if you're not moving on with your life, you're not kind of getting the most of it. You know, we are changing every single day, every single hour, every single minute, and in order to get on with this vibration, we do need to understand that naturally we do need to kind of progress in life. And sometimes, yes, things can look really scary, especially when we are uncertain what's ahead. And this is when your spirit and your soul comes in. This is when your spirit and your soul is starting to guide you. And this is something which is going to be absolutely obvious, especially when it comes to this week. Indeed. So, and also, my gorgeous Scorpione, when it comes to the beginning of this week, I can see that there is going to be like about 2 or 3 different people that you are going to come across, or a little group of people. Whether this is going to be on the outside, you will be watching someone, whether this is going to be on television, whether this is going to be on the internet. It doesn't really matter how this is going to happen, but there is something that you're going to pick up on. There is something that is going to inspire you. There is this idea that you are going to have. And this idea that you're going to have, it's you will want to learn something. And you need to understand there is so much more to it. It's not only you wanting so badly, baby, to learn something, but it's at the same time, by you needing to learn something, wanting to learn something so badly that you are going to come across, which is going to impress you so much and inspire you so much. But at the same time, you're doing something miraculous for yourself. At the same time, you're setting the boundaries, and you're not even realizing this. My God, there is so much more going to be to it. Every single time, my gorgeous Scorpione, when you come across something that inspires you and you become so passionate about, that's the light to follow, baby. That's the light to follow, baby. It's not only about, oh yeah, I feel so good and passionate. There is so much more to it, This in itself is going to be the moment where you are going to kind of start setting yourself free. This is going to be an amazing moment of liberation, but now it is not going to be as obvious as it's going to be in exactly 3 weeks' time after this moment. Indeed, okay? By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, my goodness, you are going to be so happy. Oh my God, you're gonna be so happy. My God. And because it's to do with one specific person who is very close to you, who is pretty much so connected to you quite a lot on a very special level. So this is to do with somebody who is consistent in your life, somebody who is constantly around you, and somebody who is constantly in your life. Perhaps a family member, perhaps a partner, perhaps a best friend, or one of the best friends, but somebody who is very much so really consistent in your life. You are going to have such an interesting conversation with about something so specific, and something that you both absolutely hate, and something that you both something that's nothing to do with your life in general, but it's like kind of going on around at the moment. So some really kind of conversation, you're going to talk about something that you both absolutely cannot stand. Maybe it's to do with a certain people, certain groups of people, and certain things that are going on. Whatever you're going to be talking about, you are going to be agreeing on it. And then suddenly this conversation, it's going to like kind of become completely different, and you are just out of the blue, just completely out of the blue, this particular person is gonna kind of suggest something to you. It's gonna mention something to you that you should do something. And what they're gonna suggest to you, it's gonna be such a powerful moment of enlightenment, where you're gonna start seeing like kind of things in a completely different way, especially when it comes to something that broke your heart, something that really, really broke your heart. Okay, so this in itself is going to be also rather significant when it comes to you moving on, but when it comes to you also needing to understand when and why do you and what do you need to do in order to stand your ground. All this is going to be absolutely obvious here indeed, and it's all going to come from this particular person who is going to suggest something so important to you, and it's important to mention that it's to do with something that broke your heart, something that you did not want to even think about, something that you did not even want to mention, something that you did not even want to think about, because it just affects you and makes you feel bad whatsoever. So this precious person is really going to play a mind-blowing role when it comes to you enlightening yourself and seeing this in a different light, and they will suggest something so important to you, and that in itself is going to be ever so significant when it comes to you kind of on one hand knowing and realizing what needs more attention, care and energy in your life, but then on another hand you're also going to realize that you're never going to be able to kind of like really move on from something here again unless you kind of acknowledge it. So this acknowledgement in a different light, it's going to be absolutely everything here, my gorgeous Scorpione, like indeed, like oh my God. And also, when it comes to the midweek, you will really not want to ignore this. You are gonna hear about somebody very close to you in your life. That person, something is gonna make you worried about somebody in your life, and because you're gonna hear something, and my suggestion is that you need to kind of go to that person and spend the time with that person indeed. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, it's like a really important message. I really like this. Another amazing moment here, because it's to do with the message that you're going to have, and this is going to mean to you so much. This message is going to surprise you, but it's going to be a really good message. There are going to be two elements which are going to be connected to that message. Number one, something is really going to surprise you in such a sense where you're going to realize, oh yeah, something is kind of getting a new energy around, and something is going to start to kind of move on. This is going to really surprise you because it's to do with something that you've lost your hopes with, you know. So this is going to be like one giant mama like saying, hello darling, you know. But then on another hand, another element here which is going to be superb is now you will be able to like really start some kind of a project here. And this project that you are going to start, you are going to, I'm so happy because you are going to again kind of run into the certain problems, you know, and almost like as if you're not gonna trust yourself, but then you're going to have this idea it's gonna be so smart, this idea is gonna be so sharp, this idea is gonna be very, very clever and very intelligent indeed. This idea is gonna be the right idea. Just remember, it's to do with a certain project that you will want to start, and go for it. For the love of God, you need to do this. You will spread your wings and fly. This is important when it comes to our life, when it comes to our spiritual journey. But you're still, when it comes to that new project, you know, you are going to have a clear idea when it comes to like you couple of little problems that you are going to run into. You are going to have this idea, and you will know that this is the right idea because your spirit is going to rise. It's a smart idea, it's a clever idea, but it's also that idea is imminent here. It's the part of the clear direction when it comes to all this kind of happening. This in itself is gonna really pretty much so going to bring a beautiful change into your life, but especially when it comes to your contentment, especially when it comes to your emotions, especially when it comes to you doing something. You're gonna do something here which is like, when you take this on, this project, just remember it's to do with the project, but it's to do with you. It's to do with a very personal project, and it's to do with you. And when you take this on, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you need to understand that this is a really kind of gonna make you feel so happy. And at the same time, it's going to bring this peace when it comes to your soul. So what does that mean? That when you take this project on, all I can say to you, this is a personal project, and it's you, to do with you working on yourself. This is going to be so significant that after this moment in time, you are going to enjoy every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second of your own existence. This in itself, it's really kind of a powerful moment in time when we find our passion, find our happiness to the point where we enjoy every single day in our lives on our spiritual journey. I'm not saying that you are miserable, sad, and negative. I'm not saying that you're not enjoying every day, but this is going to bring things onto the whole new level, especially when it comes to you reconnecting with yourself and doing something absolutely magical, the beginning of something very magical here, especially when it comes to your whole life, especially what's going to happen after, and what is this actually going to bring into your life. It's going to be out of this world. It's going to change your whole quality of life for the better. better. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.